Welcome back. As August begins, parents are looking ahead to the beginning of school, but August also marks the beginning of Children Eye Health and Safety Month. Poor vision is a major leader in child development and education issues. And here to tell us how you could spot if your child is struggling with vision is the chief of the Pediatric Primary Care Service at Southern College of Optometry, Dr. Marie Bodak. Doctor, thank you for being here today.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, we're talking about August, school starting. Right now, what should parents be thinking about when it comes to children and their vision?
I think they should realize that not all children can verbalize when things are not normal, because children don't know what normal is and what abnormal is. So children who have blurry vision may not realize that the tree is not just a green blob on top of a brown blob. You know, there's individual leaves. Or if one eye doesn't see well, they don't realize that that's a problem. They have two eyes, one's working well. So sometimes the children may not be aware of problems, but big things, squinting, problems seeing in the distance, red eyes, headaches when they're doing near work or on their digital devices, or just complaining, double vision, rubbing their eyes. Those will be symptoms to look out for.
So are vision problems really prominent with kids that parents need to just be aware of and regularly check on?
Yes, about 1 in 4 children, according to the American Optometric Association, has an undetected vision problem. Some are more noticeable than others. The easiest one to pick up is nearsightedness, where their distance vision's blurry. They can't see the board. And that's what a typical screening looks at, distance vision. Not all screenings look at near vision and how the eyes work together. So there are other skills involved in schoolwork, not just seeing the board. They have to see their near device. They have to use two eyes together. They have to be focused on the material for a significant amount of time.
And so how often should parents be checking on this as far as getting their children's vision checked? Is that a yearly thing?
We recommend at age 1, 3, and 5, and then yearly or every other year. Usually if there's a family history, yearly, and things can change. If they have nearsightedness, that can be progressive over time. So generally we recommend once a year. Some high-risk kids may need to be seen more frequently, family history or more problems.
As early as 1 year old?
Yes, 1 year old. Yes.
Wow. What about the impact? Because we have the devices the kids are on, the phones, they start using computers so early, and the pads, iPads, and different things. What about those? What kind of impact can that have on their eyes?
What we're seeing nearsightedness, which is your distance vision's blurry. We're seeing that start younger. 5 years old, 6 years old. We're also seeing things like eye diseases that we normally associate with older patients. Dry eye. We normally consider that a disease when you're older. A lot of women, postmenopausal women, have dry eye. We're seeing now dry eyes in young children because when you're on a near device, you don't blink as much, and their glands look not the way they should. So we're actually seeing some health side effects from that.
And how important is it to really have proper eye care? Because you think about kids being outside. I remember when I was young, they talked about don't look directly at the sun, right, and all of that. Proper eye care for young children.
Right. Being outside is actually a good thing. It's supposed to try to help with becoming nearsighted if they're not nearsighted already, but obviously in Memphis when it's 100 degrees, you know, you can't be outside all the time. So, you know, a variety, not just being on your near device. Today we see kids, you know, in our waiting room, or even when I go to the airport, they're on their tablet, it's here, they have their earphones on, so they're not, you know, doing things. They need to do more than stare at a flat screen. They need to go out and play. They need to use their arms, they need to use their hands, they need to run around and be kids.
Yeah, be kids again, for sure. And you said the governor has even signed a proclamation for this, and it's 2 proclamations, right?
He actually did one for August is Vision and Learning Month, which we do have copies at the college. So Governor Lee signed that, and we will have that probably on our social media pages if they're not there already.
Yeah.
But that's for next month, since school starts on Monday for most kids.
Okay, and so the advice to parents is just be aware then and get checked.
Right, it's not just, don't rely just on the school screening. Don't rely just on the pediatrician. I tell parents, trust your gut. You know, if you feel something, or if grandma feels something, or grandpa, somebody sees something, rely on what you're feeling or they're telling you. And don't just say, oh, I think they were okay. Get a second opinion and get a proper exam.
Right, it never hurts and it may help.
Right, exactly.
All right.
Right.
Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank
Important
you.
information as we head back to school.
Yes, thank you.